Warriors, it's important to connect the dots, to listen while people are speaking, and then start to connect the dots along the pathway. So, I have found something that I think is going to be something that could change your life. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. So I'm a warrior coach, I have the Coach JV podcast. I'm just a person bringing you information. You have the right to listen, you have the right to research, but you don't have the right to not take action. Well, yeah, you do. It's your life. But I'm trying to get you to take action, warriors. So I'm huge in the blockchain. I love cryptocurrency. It's an interesting thing that's happening right now. There's the biggest shift in generational wealth happening in history. Now, there's things happening like the Green Deal. You heard that a lot in the election. You heard the things around fracking, right? That was a big subject during the presidential debates. Well, as these conversations are happening, you have to start to ask yourself, why are these conversations happening? This stuff has been going on for a long time. They're trying to decrease the carbon footprint in the world, okay? Now, as this happens, when you hear the Great Reset, the quantum financial system, the fourth industrial revolution, what I think is, where can I put my money to help build generational wealth so I can bring freedom back to the warriors? And I personally think, warriors, and I'm going to show you right now, I think that Vechain is a sleeping giant. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't do technical analysis. I look at charts. Kevinanytime helps me look at charts, things like that. But I'm not a technical analysis guy. I'm a freaking common sense guy. I'm a guy who looks at the facts. I look at the news. I watch what the billionaires do. I do not do what they say. And when I hear a narrative over and over and over again, I start to reverse engineer to figure out who is funding that narrative and where is this thing going. Now, let me share with you really quickly Vechain. Okay, I have no connection to Vechain. I invest in it. Okay, let me just share with you what I mean by the biggest shift in generational wealth. Right now, Vechain is under 2 cents at 0.011. That is just over a penny. Just over a penny to invest in a company called Vechain. Let me explain to you what Vechain is. This stuff just gets me so excited. This is amazing. So what is Vechain? Give me 1 second. I got it right here. So Vechain is supply chain management. I want to read you the exact description here, okay? So Vechain is the leading global enterprise level public cryptocurrency and blockchain platform. Vechain aims to connect the blockchain technology to the real world by providing a comprehensive governance structure, keyword, and robust economic model, as well as the advanced IoT integration and the pioneers in the real-world application. Vechain enables manufacturers and other participants to track the movement and the purveyance of products in a supply chain. Okay, right here. This was on August 20th, 2020. Then I'm going to show you a video that happened last night. And I don't know if there's a direct correlation, but Vechain is up 8% after this released last night from the Global Economic Forum. Vechain introduces new blockchain enabled sustainability solution to power green business for enterprises. August 20th, 2020. A consumer behavior shift towards greener and more sustainable products due to climate change awareness. Companies are increasingly looking to integrate a more sustainable approach to their business. Market leaders such as Nike, Adidas, H&M, Amazon are already placing sustainability at the forefront of the global product and marketing strategy. The reason why is because they're not going to get funding if they don't follow the Green Initiative. To help companies digitize and increase the efficiency for sustainable business practices, Vechain, the leading enterprise-friendly blockchain platform, officially launches its blockchain-enabled sustainability solution. The solution is built on its one-stop data blockchain, a BaaS platform, Vechain toolchain. Blockchain plus sustainability ensures trustworthy long-term efficiency and profitability for brands. Okay? Research by the World Economic Forum, and I'm about to show you something intense, has shown that the risk for companies will grow due to both the direct impact of climate change on business operations and supply chains. There have been corresponding demands for transparency on sustainable activities, with financial regulators, policymakers proposing mandatory climate risks, disclosure, and litigation against companies failing to disclose climate risk. It's gonna blow your mind when I show you what I just watched last night. This is what I do all day, Warriors. In the meantime, the majority of customers are demanding more sustainable products from brands, showing strong willingness to change their purchasing habits to help reduce negative impact to the environment, especially among Generation Z. These customers are inclined to buy products that have clearly defined sustainable policies. Vechain's blockchain enables sustainability solutions centers on building a value-driven approach for businesses to streamline sustainability practices key during the supply chain and manufacturing process. Blockchain technology allows businesses to reliably and accurately showcase, wait till you listen to what I'm about to show you, their sustainable practices to who? The World Economic Forum, not only to consumers, but financial regulators and policymakers. My God, we found it. This is a gem. This is a gem, Warriors. Okay, now let me, I'm so pumped up. I'm heavily vested in Vechain, guys. So this is from the World Economic Forum. This was posted 7 hours ago, just 7 hours ago. I listened to this last night. Okay, financing the global green growth. Okay, it said the World Economic Forum right here. Okay, Vechain went up 8% last night. Is there a direct correlation? It's up 8% right now. Just listen, I'll narrate this. I showed a video with this guy this morning. This is the Prince of Wales.
The pursuit of sustainable, inclusive growth in the decades to come. Having been championing climate action now for the last, I suppose 40 years, I can tell you that this isn't a fight for the faint-hearted. However, increasingly we are seeing more and more businesses, investors and consumers prioritizing sustainability and thus creating a much more virtuous circle of supply and demand.
Boom. Did you hear what he just said? Much more virtuous supply and demand. Vechain is supply and demand, okay, for brands. In the meantime, majority of customers are demanding more sustainable products from brands, showing a strong willingness to change their purchasing habits by reducing negative impact to the environment, especially among Gen Z. Okay, listen to this right here. Okay, value-driven approach for businesses streamlining sustainability practices in supply chain and manufacturing processes, and accurately showcasing their sustainable practices not only to consumers but financial regulators and policymakers.
By leveraging market forces and the immense resources of the private sector, there is hope that we can transform the situation.
Immense resources from the private sector, Vechain.
But I'm afraid we are literally at the last hour, and there is real urgency for action. We know now what we have to do to rescue the situation, rather than going on talking about it. In September, to mark...
That means in code we have the plan and we're already activating on it.
Climate Week, I called for a new Marshall-like plan for people, planet and nature. I look forward to detailing and mobilizing action for this plan in the weeks and months ahead.
Marshall mobilizing.
Today, as we focus on financing and investment to drive the green recovery, I would like, if I may, to highlight 10 actions that could make a tremendous difference. First of all, we must proactively mobilize investment in sustainable infrastructure, with a focus on carving out a global asset class for sustainable project financing to unlock capital currently invested elsewhere.
A global asset class. Since the 1600s, we have not had a new asset class. Crypto, the new asset class.
Second, we must work to establish functioning global markets for natural capital and carbon offsets, enabling rewards for negative emissions by developing new market frameworks. Third, we must promote the scale-up of emerging technologies that support sustainability and provide them with the advisory support they need to access capital markets more quickly. Fourth, we must rigorously work towards the provision of reliable data and actively advance the adoption of common metrics and standards, as, for example, in the IBC scorecard, in order to allow more informed assessments of sustainability compliance and opportunities for improvement, in particular with regard to alignment with the Paris Agreement.
In alignment with the Paris Agreement. Clarity, what does this say right here? Businesses to reliably and accurately showcase their sustainable practices not only to consumers but financial regulators and policymakers. The framework is built by Vechain.
It is time now to move to unified metrics and global standards to encourage accelerated progress through uniform benchmarking. Fifth, we must provide development finance capital to...
Okay, I'll stop right there. He gets into the financing capital. Warriors, the future is here. The future is here. Vechain, I believe, is one of the future coins of the world. Vechain is supply chain management, working with large companies like Nike, working with obviously sounds like the World Economic Forum, just my opinion. This is how you should think when you're investing. Connecting the dots, not just looking at analytics, not just looking at technical analysis, but listening to what's actually happening in the world. So, is it by chance that in August, Vechain announced that they had the new blockchain that enables sustainability solution to green businesses for enterprise? Wake up, warriors. The biggest shift in generational wealth is happening right now. You can join our private Facebook group down below to get to know and trust us. But if you're ready to jump right in, warriors, we have a program where we do mind. You work out with us daily because you got to protect your mind, your body, your immunity. Workout, meditation, nutrition, 18-week goal-setting mindset program, and then you get to look over my shoulder and see where I'm investing in a new quantum financial system. This is not a game, warriors. This is your life, this is your future, and this is your family's future. Warriors, rise! Let's go.